Hello guys, good morning. For those who missed the previous class, the one that we had on Google Meet, I'm going to explain you some concepts that we talked about in that class. Okay, so please put your earphones or headphones on and let's go. Well, in that class we talked about we talked about the sustainability. What is the sustainability? When we think about sustainability, we used to think just about the nature, just about taking care of the planet, yeah, and that kind of things, right? But it's not just about it, right? Sustainability is the use of the resources with responsibility, right? Is to use the resources without compromising their availability in future generations. What kind of resources? Every kind of resources, not just natural resources. With natural resources, we think in water, we think in good, we think in the air, right? We think in all the natural elements that we have, natural resources that we usually use, right? But sustainability is about all kind of resources, not just natural resources. Resources like economical resources, right? Like social resources. In fact, sustainability has three pillars, three main axes. The first one is environmental sustainability. The environment. What is environmental? It's about the environment, about the nature, right? About all the natural resources, how we use all those natural resources. What kind of resources? Like the ones that I mentioned: the water, the air, the earth, I mean the soil, the use of the soil to plant, and also we usually use the water to generate electricity, right? Well, the plants that we use, because when we cook, we usually use some plants or even some animals, right? Because remember that we eat meat, right? We are omnivores. It means that we can eat plants and animals, right? All those resources are natural resources, okay? And the second pillar or the second axis of the sustainability is the social sustainability. What is the social? It's everything related with the society. The society is the result of the human interactions. We as human beings, we are social beings. What is that? What is what does it mean to be social beings? It means that we live in groups. That's why we live in families, right? We are not like other kind of animals. We are not like, for example, the cats, or we are not like, for example, well, the snakes or some other kind of animals that used to live alone. No, we live in groups. In ancient times, we used to live together because we used to hunt some animals to eat, or to use their skin, right, to cover, to use them as a cover to survive in cold times, right? We have evolved, and now we live in families, and we have formed societies. Why is it? What's the meaning of social sustainability? Well, with social sustainability is to take care of all the resources that are a result of the human interactions. For example, all the culture. What is the culture? The culture is language, is what else do you think that is? Well, language, traditions, beliefs, the food, I mean the gastronomy, right? Our religion, the rights, all uh, the perception that we have of the world, for example, the cosmogony, right? All that is a result of the human interaction, right? That is the social sustainability, right? And finally, the third pillar or the third axis is the economical. Okay, It's everything related to the economical resources. I mean, with the money, right? Well, let me give you some examples about first natural sustainability, so environmental sustainability. Sorry. What happens if we use water, right? And we use all the water that exists? Our sons, our grandsons, or the future generations, they won't have water for to use. Or imagine that we use, for example, good the good to make some furniture, right? Um, Table or whatever. And what happens if we cut off all the trees and we don't plant more trees? Okay, we are going to use all the trees that exist, and in the future generations, they won't have more trees to use, right? Now, with economical sustainability is the same. Okay, if we use all the economical resources that we have, right? Or imagine that in your family, uh, your father or your I don't know your grandfather, they when they well they give you some money and you don't invest that money and you spend all that money, you won't have money in the future, or your sons or your grandsons, right? But what happens with social sustainability? We said that social sustainability is about all the resources that are generated or that are produced by the human interactions. It means the culture, right? What happens, for example, if we don't preserve our traditions, if we don't preserve our language, if we don't preserve our dances, if we don't preserve our typical customs, okay? If we don't preserve, for example, here we live in the north part of the state of Veracruz, our culture is the Totonaca culture. And well, the Totonaca culture was people who lived in this place, I mean, in this region, like almost 1,800 years ago, right? And they built big cities, like El Tajín, for example. It's a city that we have now. It's an archaeological site, and they develop a language, and they develop their own rights and their own customs, their own traditions. If we don't preserve that, the future generations won't know uh, our culture. They won't have our culture, right? And well, that is that. Those are the three pillars or the three axes of the sustainability. First one, environmental, about natural resources and taking care of the environment. Second one, social, about all the resources the resources that are the result of human interactions, right? Third one, economical sustainability. It's about economical resources. Okay, why is it important to talk about this? To talk about the three pillars of the sustainability, because um, we consider these three pillars because they represent how we affect our all the world around us, right? We affect the world because we impact the environment. I mean, environmentally way. We impact in a socially way, and we impact in an economically way, right? For example, we just with the fact to exist, we exist, right? We are impacting, we are affecting. Why? Because we need to use some clothes, and these clothes are made of good, made of well, we take the resources to make this T-shirt, for example, from the nature. This is made of cotton, for example, and cotton is a plant, right? I am impacting the nature. Okay, I eat. What do I eat? I eat meat, which come from an animal. We eat vegetables, which come from the nature. Okay, from or some other ingredients, which come from a plant, right? So I am impacting. I am impacting the nature. What happened after eating? I need to go to the bathroom, right? What happened when I go to the bathroom? I use the water, right? Clean water. So I am polluting all the time, right? I am polluting just by existing. Okay. Well, I am. If I go to school, I'm going to drive my car, or I'm going to take a taxi, or I'm going to take a bus. Okay, and all those means of transportation, they use hydrocarbons like the gasoline, right? And those means of transportation, they pollute the air. Okay, I am affecting the environment, right? And well, now how can I affect social socially? How can I impact the society just by existing? Sorry, I have my own beliefs. I have my own way to be, right? And every human interaction, it's produces a social impact. It's a cultural interchange. No matter if you are from the same town, okay, you are from different families, right? So in your different families, you have grown up uh, getting some beliefs, getting some maybe family traditions, getting some way to see the world and to see the well, to see the world, to understand the reality, to understand the universe and everything. Maybe through the religion, maybe through the science, or I don't know, right? But we have our own beliefs. When we talk with other people, right, we share the way we are. We share our beliefs, right? And with that cultural interchange, we are affecting other people's life. When I say affect, I'm not talking. I'm not saying that it's negative, right? When I say to affect or to impact, it could be positive or negative, but we are affecting something, right? Well, now economically, to survive, we need to buy. Why? Because we live in a capitalist society, right? What is the capitalism? It's a way of society and a way of government that is based on the use of economical resources to get what we need, right? Or what we want. And if we have a cell phone, if we have a computer, a laptop, or even if just to eat or to build a house or to rent a house, we are using the money, right? And we are impacting the economy of a specific place, right? Well, we affect or we impact all around us economically, socially, and environmentally, right? And the same happens with the tourism. The tourism, it means that we want to create a tourist project. That tourist project could be, for example, a water park, right? Thinking entertainment, water park. To build that water park, first we need to change the environment because we need to make a building or to build a structure, right? To build a structure, we need to change the nature, we need to change the landscape, and we need to cut trees. And by cutting trees, we are affecting some animals because they need. Mind that, for example, there were some squirrels or some other animals or birds uh, that lived in that tree. Now they need to move to another place because they can't live in the same place anymore, right? We are affecting, and we are using resources, right? To build a water park or to operate a water park, we need to use water, right? That is a natural resource that we are using. Okay, and then we are going to impact the society because we are going to attract people, to attract visitors to this place, right? And this is going to produce human interactions. Those human interactions is going to produce a cultural interchange. That's why we are affecting the society. And we are impacting the economy because we are attracting people, and these people is going to come to my place, to my attraction, that in this case is a water park, and they are spending money in my water park. But to come, just to be here in this place, imagine that I put my water park here in Gutierrez Zamora, I'm going to attract a lot of people. Okay, these people is going to come, and they will need more services. Services like food, like maybe accommodation, and they are going to spend their money here in this town, right? That money is going to stay here. So I am affecting the economy of a place, right? Well, it's important to understand how we affect the world, how we affect the society, the environment, and the economy of a place, because not just as human beings, but the tourism affects in these three axes, in these three pillars: environmental, social, and economical. It is important to understand these, and you will have homework about this. So if you have any question, please let me know. Right? We have the WhatsApp group. Okay. We have the classroom platform. Right? You have my cell phone number. Right? And you can comment if you have a question here in the YouTube. Okay. Uh, and well, it was well, the class of that we had yesterday. Obviously, it was a little bit longer because we had I took account some participation, and I made your classmates to participate. So if you want to get the participation, please comment the video or make a question if you have any doubt. Okay, don't hesitate to ask me, guys. And well, that's it. Please be aware of the platform. And first, I'm going to upload this video, and I'm going to upload another one with a new topic. This was about the yesterday's class, and now I'm going to today also I'm going to upload a different one from today's class. So please pay attention to the platform. See you soon, guys. Take care. Have a nice week.